Hello and welcome to Console Accessories, and on today's video we're going to be looking at clear cases for the Nintendo Switch and for the Nintendo Switch Lite. And just before I begin, I hope everyone out there is staying safe, okay? Now, if you like the video, hit thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here, do all sorts. And like I was saying, on today's we're going to look for clear cases for the Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite. But my first pick is, well, it's not very clear. It's just the reason I got this one was because if you look on Amazon, there are hundreds of clear cases and they all seem to be the same. So I was a little bit worried about buying some, and I thought, well, if I'm going to keep them, I need to know that it's going to be decent. And I've heard of UGreen before, and you know, you're getting some of these random names, and I'll throw you some random names later from some of the stuff that I've got. So if you stick around, I'm going to be trying to pronounce some names that I've never heard of before, but I've heard of UGreen, so I kind of got this, and it's not 100% see-through, but it's not too bad. Okay, and I just wanted something with a name. Okay, so you know, it's kind of see-through, but it's more smoky. So if you've got yourself a nice Switch for the front, and you wanna keep it nice, let's see that, so you can at least see it. You can with this one, from the front, you'll still be able to see it. It's just from the back. You're not going to get the full effect of your Switch on the back. But having said that, it's really nice. This is harder plastic, and this is a little bit softer, so it's a little bit more softer. Okay, so let's ping it out, and I'll give you a quick go over of it. Okay, so that's a bit tougher than that, and it's a bit grippy, and there's some grips there for you to grip. Make the Switch a bit grip, and it looks class, it looks quality. It's not going to add any weight to it whatsoever. 59 grams, nothing. Okay, so it feels really good quality, and it's what I expect, because I was saying that, like, I've had UGreen stuff before and it's always been good quality. So so going over it then, on the top you've got cutouts in all the usual places, and at the bottom cutouts in all the usual places, and also on the back, so you can have your kickstand out if you want to. And also you've got a little dimple there and there, so you don't need to take it off. You can press that and you can ping your Joy-Cons out if you want to. Okay, so I've got a dock here, and we're going to try and put it in the dock, see if it fits. Should do, because it feels nice and thin. Okay, it's a bit tough. There we go, we're on. Okay, so that's not too bad at all. Okay, there's still a bit of movement backwards and forwards in that. Can you see that? So if I keep the dock still, can you see that? There's a little bit of movement back and forward, which means there's still a bit of a gap in there. That's not too bad at all. So, yeah, there we go. Fits on the dock okay. So that's good. And I like the idea of these grips here. So if I show you here, it's real kind of quite a bulbous bit at the bottom there for your fingers. So that's a nice grip, a nice case. And on the top there, can we get how much of a protection above that? It's not too bad. It's, I'd say, probably 1.5 to 2 mil above the Switch front. It's obviously not going to be able to protect much on the front at all, is it? But offers a bit of protection. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the UGreen protective case, and that's $7.99 in the UK and $10.99 in the US. And I'll leave a link below in the description for all of these. So that's the UGreen. That's not too bad. Okay, now sticking with the Switch, I've gone for one of these as well. Now, again, this is what I was saying on Amazon. There's loads, and this is the Yanhout. The Yanhout. I'm not sure how you say it. Crystal protector for Switch. Basically, on Amazon, there are loads of these, and they're all relatively the same. But this particular one costs £12.99 or $18 in the US. But there's loads of different ones. But there was like crystal protector, and you'll see why it's called that. And the reason I like this one was because when I opened up, it's got all these bits here, but it also came with these. Okay, so these are thumbstick covers, which is nice. All the different colours, the blue. I mean, it's not particularly Switch bang on the colours there, is it? But nevertheless, you get a white pair and a black pair, lovely. Then you also get a tempered glass screen protector, which is fantastic. Didn't need to do that, but I like the addition of that. And then instructions, and then all your bits and bobs. So your dust absorber to pick it off, a few wipes, a screen wipe, and then the back plate. Okay, so that's a really nice addition to have that. But let's put that to one side. We're going to open this up. Now this is properly clear. So this was your UGreen, which is a bit smoked. Now this one is properly see-through, and it's, I mean, it's quite flimsy here. When you've not got much, that's really flimsy. So you've got to be careful with this. Okay. Quite stiff plastic, but it's very thin. I mean, very thin. Okay. And then all you do is I'm going to put it in the top first, because there's more things I worry about on the top, and then just snap it in at the bottom. There we go, and it's on. Okay, so you don't need the Joy-Con bits, which are the bits here. You don't need these on if you don't want to. If you want to keep that on just like that. We don't need the Joy-Cons one to see if that's going to go into the dock. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. You'd have to push it a bit. I don't know. Let's have a look. It seems to be on okay. It seems to be on, but actually fitting it on the dock, no. I don't think that's going to fit. No. Not for me. Not for me. I'd say that's not going to fit, because it says it's dockable and it says you should be able to do it with a bit of movement, but can you see that? It does fit if you push it, but I'm not going to be forcing it. Okay, so maybe not dockable for this one. And the beauty of this, so it comes with two bits for your Joy-Cons. Gosh, wrapped up in plastic. So that's for this one. And then snap it together. Okay. And then this one, same thing. Got a front and a back bit. Snap it all together. There we go. That's a proper clear case, isn't it? So if you've got a switch there, you want to show off the colours, this would be lovely. But like I'm saying, I'm not too happy about that going into the dock. I'm not gonna force that down, and it feels like it's getting stuck about here. So no, not dockable. So if you want something that's dockable, you might be looking at a kind of like a spongier one rather than one of these. But the beauty of these is that you can take the Joy-Cons off and have it protected. And there's a little bit there, so you can see that. So it gives you a little bit of grip at the bottom there, which is nice. I'll be honest with you, I play handheld most of the time, and I think I'll keep this one on there and just pop that off if I'm going to dock it, which is rarely, because this feels nice. This feels really quality. It's not going to weigh anything either, is it? 27 grams plus those. Shouldn't think it'd be much. Gosh. So 13, 26, 40, so about 50, 52 grams for the lot. But mix and match. If you didn't want this on, you can just use these two. But if you want clear case, these seem okay. This one seems okay for me. For me, personal preference, if you're going to be docking a lot, you're probably not going to want this one. But I'm going to be keeping this one on, especially when I'm playing, because I like the feel of that. And they're quite, this top bit's quite flush, so the buttons there are quite flush on that. Can you see that? But Joy-Cons are okay. I mean, you're not going to be able to, you can go by feel. I mean, it's a lot easier without the front bit on. So even if you didn't want this front bit on, it's a lot easier to play like that. I like the idea that you can just take those bits off. That's really nice. Okay, so there's your choice of two. The UGreen and the, oh gosh, Yanhout. I'm not sure, I've butchered that. So entirely up to you, your decision for this one. But again, both are a little bit sticky in the dock. Okay. Okay, so that's those two. And then we'll move all this out of the way. And we're gonna move on to the Switch Lite now. So here we go. So you've got yourself a brand new Switch Lite. You've got your nice color, where you're gonna get the coral one in a few weeks, or you're gonna get your colored one. I normally have it in one of these. I'm playing it like that, or in one of the classy cases, because this is my wife's Switch, so when she has it out, she has it in one of the classy cases, and I'll leave a link above about which one that they are. And the first one we're going to go for is this one. This is called the Moko Clear Grip. Okay, there's a bit of plastic. There we go. So the reason I got this one was, so I can fit it in, is that it's nice. It's got like a nice grip bit to it. Okay, so it's got, so you can kind of grip it, and it doesn't add too much to the Switch at all. The Switch size, if you have a look, it's kind of thick either side there. So if I show you here, it's got a couple of millimeters thickness all the way around, but it doesn't add too much at all. And you've got all the access to all the buttons as you would. There's a fair deep ridge there, so it does sink down quite a bit, but it's not going to protect your buttons, it's not going to protect anything on the front. That's not the idea. It still retains, and you can still see the color on the top. And if you're wondering what that is a temperature gauge just to see how hot my Switch gets. I use that in a video. I just haven't been bothered to take it off because I'm quite interested to see how hot the Switch gets. Okay, that's nice. It feels nice as well. So and it's really well. I mean, it's on properly. That's not going to come off in a hurry, and it's quite tough. So look, if you're gonna kind of pull it open, you can't really. So it's really. I mean, if you had some cases that are quite rubbery, this comes off quite a lot. But this one isn't going to come off. Crikey, I'm going to struggle to get the thing out. Gosh. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to struggle to get it out. I suppose it's good because it keeps it nice and tough. 86 grams, there we go, 85 grams. So it shows you this is a tough bit of kit. Really nice. It's kind of like the armor one that we showed, the official Hori armor, but this is like the clear version and the third party, the Moko. Okay, so that's the Moko Clear Grip cover. That's $8.99 in the UK, or $9.95. And then finally, we've got another one. We've got this one, which is the officially licensed. It's from Hori. Same as with all of the Hori boxes. You've got the switch up that right way, but then you've got the words upside down. So when you put the words up the right way, you've got the switch upside down. Happens every time. So the DuraFlexi protector from Hori. And then now this one's a bit different because it's a lot more flexible. This one, the one with the Moko, was a lot tougher, okay? As this one's a lot more flexible and a lot clearer, okay? So let's pop this one in. Oh, let's weigh it first before I pop it in so I don't have to take it out. So that one was, this one was 85 grams. This was 60, so a bit less. Noticeable though, I'd say, very noticeable. And let's pop it in. Again, how you put it in is just popping it in at the front and then just popping the back in. Oh gosh, There we go. And then this one. There we go, we're in. Okay. And being a licensed product, it fits superbly, doesn't it? Look at that. That's lovely. Yeah, I much prefer this. Now that it's on, I much prefer this. There's no grip. That's a shame, actually. There's no grip bit there. That's lovely. That bit is lovely on that for the grip. There's none of that on there. But just the quality just feels lovely. And it's a lot more invisible than this one. This is a lot more clear, isn't it? All the usual cutouts. On the bottom and the side. Nothing, no branding on the back, so you've got all your full switch there. No protection on the front really. A little bit of a ridge there. Not too bad. Not too bad, but again, it's not gonna protect. It's not gonna protect your thumbsticks. So it's about as deep as the buttons, but not very. But you don't buy it for the protection, but it's going to protect in all these other places as well. Okay, so that's the official one. Okay, so if you look on Amazon, there are loads, and people have asked me before, which one should I go for? They all seem to be exactly the same for me. That's why I tried to pick 4 that were slightly different. Like we had a smoked one. We had one that was kind of almost modular, that you can take bits on and add bits to it. We've got the officially licensed one from Hori, which is the good quality, and we've got this one, which has got the grippy bit. So I tried to get a few that were a little bit different. But if you look on Amazon, there's all different sorts. Okay, so, and they're relatively cheap. I mean, these are ranging from $7.99 in the UK, or $10.99 in the US, only up to $18 in the US, or £13. So they're not going to be huge amounts. And if you get it from Amazon, you don't like it, you can just send it back. But for me, my personal preference is, for the Switch, I'm going to go for this one, this solid one. And for the Switch Lite, it's a closer one, but I think I'd go for the Hori, the official DuraFlex. Okay, so have a think about it. If you like the look of them, have a look, and I'll leave the links below of where you can get them. And which one are you going to get? Have you got a clear case, or are you gonna stick to one of the classy cases, or are you going to stick to this? To be honest, if I'm out and about, probably stick to this. Okay, well that's all of them. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, stick your thumbs up, subscribe down there, be really appreciative. And until the next video, bye bye.